David, thank you. Well, it should be tasty. The Emirates in all its ritual frenzy, embracing the spicy, spiky Premier League rivalry of our day. 4 months and more since their last tumultuous meeting, its melodramatic climax and its angry aftermath. These two, we all have been waiting for this. Side of Christmas. Kanji got into trouble. It's played forward here for Kai Havertz. Odegaard! Arsenal are out of the blocks. A gift. When he's not there, he is always very obviously missed. A man of calm, of certainty, of leadership, and the man of that moment. And this year there's the Liverpool complication too. Foden. Savinho, Haaland! One big touch!
Oh, wrong way. He needs to go for Gabriel, surely. He's not done, though.
Erling Haaland insists on his moment. And the champions are level in London.
Well, his touches were highlighted, or his lack of touches.
Positionally speaking, but it's phenomenal effort. Thomas Partey flown in! And Arsenal have their lead back in a trice! 38 seconds after the restart, Arsenal are ahead again. Thomas Partey via John Stones, and we're back where we were. He is back where he was a minute ago. Wells joining in now. Rice. Miles Lewis Skinny! Stunning! The boy becomes a man! And with what style! Partey, if he can release the pass, he's got Martinelli going. Gabriel Martinelli at full lick. Havertz. He scored! That's how it feels!
Oh, it's such a big moment for him.
And Arsenal are flying away from the champions. Gabriel's lost his boot. Haaland's not going to put him back on for him. Beautiful switch. Mary. What a hit! What a hit! What a star! What a game! What a scoreline! Arsenal have ripped up the champions. It ends with a teenage kick. Arsenal cling to the dream. They do so with vigour and zest and style. They do so extravagantly. The fired-up Gunners have knocked down the champions and stayed right in the race. David, thank you. A day of heady possibility, a day of just imagine. Amid this frenzy, imagine if Arsenal 20 years since the last time, if Liverpool in pursuit of the utopian Klopp climax, if either somehow could pull this thing off. Odegaard, Havertz is on his way here. Alisson stops him, Saka scores! Arsenal obliged and on their way. A day that has to happen for them begins ideally. Here's Gravenberch, here's Diaz. Beyond Saliba, and Shota watched it over the line. It's a mess of a goal. Gabriel may have had the telling touch in amongst a maelstrom of awfulness. This place has gone silent. Van Dijk let it bounce, Martinelli showed an interest, and Martinelli rolled it in! fires free here. Clear of Elliott. Leandro Trossard has punctured Alisson on the streets of North London. They dream their dream. You grin or you grimace. Jurgen Klopp disbelieving. How can that happen? So much for Arsenal's dark December, so much for the wobble, so much for the supposition that it was seeping away. They can see it again, clearly, and it's a vision that he cherishes. They are re-engaged in it. 20 years since the last time, 20 years since the Invincibles. Arsenal are not going away. Liverpool will still lead the league tonight, but they will feel the Gunners' breath on their necks. David, good afternoon, thank you. The place is crackling, it is properly worked up. It's as a derby should be, nothing between them. Fierce, high-end ambition, each at the other's expense. Eyes on the top four, perhaps even more. Once again, as of years gone by, Chelsea-Arsenal is a derby of substance. Odegaard, lifted up here towards Martinelli! Arsenal have it! An hour in! Gabriel Martinelli is London's pride!
Well, he's been the danger man. My voice has gone.
Fernandez and Pedro Neto! Oh, that's a smashing goal! Zest and fizz! It's 1 inch of the bridge, for whom a first Premier League goal in Chelsea colours, and it is a memorable Premier League goal. Trossard, Odegaard, Saliba!
Oh
no! They queued up and nobody applied what would have been the last and winning touch. That was the game, and that is the game. And Mikel Arteta is rolling in the dirt, asking himself how that moment escaped him and Arsenal. Chelsea and Arsenal snag each other up in a mutually maddening draw. Liverpool and Manchester City are the beneficiaries. For Arsenal, 4 Premier League games without a win. David, thank you. What a beautiful day. It shimmers, it trembles, as once more this agelessly grand event fixture crashes to the fore. The years pass, generations come and go, but in North London forever, Arsenal-Manchester United is a red-letter day. And so who adds today to this game's inexhaustible back catalogue of treasured memories? Nketiah. Now though it is snatched by Eriksen, and United can look forward, and he's rolled it up here to Marcus Rashford. Rashford eyeball to eyeball with White. It's Rashford! It's a gem! He has smashed and he has grabbed! From nowhere, United lead at Arsenal.
Out there, the rest of them looked in the shell until that moment.
Zinchenko, Nketiah, Martinelli. Has crushed the level. A proud and prompt response from the Gunners skipper. Saka takes. Rice! He spent the money so well, and Declan Rice is one of them. Rashford couldn't take it. The goes for the hills. Gabriel Jesus is by himself. It's Gabriel Jesus. He's sat down one and he's won the game. Bedlam. Mania. They have cranked it up and cranked it up yet more. They didn't just win it. They won it in style. A gunner's growl like rarely you have heard. Rice, rice, baby! And the angel Gabriel stole it right at the end. That is why you pay big bucks. That is how big players grow on the biggest days. Arsenal lead the Premier League, ahead of them 5 more games, 7.5 hours of football, and the prospect still of becoming the champions, but they may well have to be perfect. So here we go with the so often spiky event that is Arsenal-Chelsea. Havertz, Partey, Rice, a lot of space ahead of Trossard, but Rice can drive. Now Trossard! Chelsea pierced in a trice by Trossard. Sharp out of the box on another night when they need it. Arsenal are where they want to be. Odegaard, Saka, Declan Rice against Partey, in by Ben White! As improbable as it is mightily welcome! Stolen away for Odegaard, who's seen a run here from Havertz. This is Kai Havertz! He's thumped it in, and Arsenal are flying! Saka, Havertz! 4!
Good sharpness, good creativity, excellent movement for the player on the ball. Saka cutting inside, Havertz not closed down at all inside the box.
Saka, Odegaard, White. Oh! Everything's going right. Arsenal are so good, they're scoring by mistake. It's 5-0, all White on the night. Arsenal have ripped Chelsea up. Arsenal have cruised regally into a chunky lead at the summit of the Premier League. There it is. Arsenal are where they want to be. They are demanding of their rivals to match that, if you will. And that will take some matching. 5 of the best. A dreamy, creamy night for the Gunners. Smooth, lip-smacking, appetising, just so certain. It is Arsenal's biggest ever Premier League win over Chelsea. And Rebecca, 20 years on, they might, you know, they just might. David, good afternoon and thank you. And so the central game, perhaps the determinant, the contest on which these last years the whole show has pivoted. For City, the enduring champions, here is the principal challenge. For Arsenal, so voraciously ambitious, it is the nut they are obliged to crack. Nor do many ever really crack Pep. He has beaten Arsenal more than anybody else. Savinho gliding gorgeously and playing in. Erling Haaland to complete a dazzling City century. The phenomenon, 100 goals in a flash.
That is
muscle and might, power and poise, and of the ton, that could be the one. Summon the 2 skippers, Kyle Walker and Bukayo Saka, to talk through those. Meantime, here's Martinelli to drive at Walker and set it back for Calafiori. Oh, it's a beauty! What a strike! What a moment for Ricardo Calafiori to introduce himself to England's big league. City incensed now. This place is boiling. That is fury, that is damaging. unalloyed anger versus unalloyed joy. Saka takes, Gabriel's in there! Absolutely unstoppable! A force of muscular nature! And Arsenal lead on the champions patch!
You can smell it. 5 minutes to go.
And then by Timber. And now Trossard's emerging.
Oh, he's kicked it away as well. He's get booked.
Oh, he's off.
And he's going to walk. Leandro Trossard is walking on the cusp of half-time. Arsenal have been here before, very recently.
And they aren't learning.
For City, this is 9-9-9. Grealish. Kovacic! It's 2-2! At the very last!
Oh, it's gone off between the benches.
John Stones takes the acclaim! City are out of jail! And Arsenal are downcast! And this is now beyond fractious! A crazy climax! A furious reaction! What a battle! What a bout! A warmth of handshake which contrasts hugely with a fractious climax, at the heart of which was John Stones. Manchester City are top but no longer perfect. Arsenal have to an extent clipped the wings of the champions. But it's a story that goes way beyond all of that. From the very outset, it was a collision. It shook, it reverberated. There was barely a moment that passed that wasn't contentious. It boiled from moment one. The Emirates Stadium shimmers in the sunshine, primed and polished for this game of such historical resonance and immediate relevance. And he has freed Saka. And Van Dijk is in retreat, and Odegaard is joining in, and he's seen Martinelli! Extraordinary! Another magic moment in time for Gabriel Martinelli! Moments into this magnificent occasion. It's a wow start for Arsenal. Here's Luis Diaz. And Darwin Núñez, it's one each! The goal for which he thirsted. Liverpool craved that moment. Darwin Núñez hungered for that moment. Arsenal won, Liverpool won. By Matip. Out for Jesus. And Arsenal are in a hurry here. Martinelli, it's 3-on-3. Gabriel is forward. Saka is forward. Odegaard is forward. Martinelli is driving. Gabriel Martinelli. Saka! Right on the cusp of the break. Arsenal have their lead back. They flew forward like they meant it. Henderson, Thiago. Henderson. Jota. Rolled up here for Bobby Firmino. It's 2-each. That's a sweet finish. It's a smashing game. And once more, it's anyone's. Against, statistically, his favourite opponent. That's the 10th goal Roberto Firmino has scored against Arsenal. And Xhaka. Away by Van Dijk, they scream penalty. He gives a penalty. Chaos and calamity in the Liverpool penalty area. Now this is one brave boy, Bukayo Saka, because this is one pressure penalty. These are broad shoulders. This is courage. Bukayo Saka. Such poise! Such noise! The end. What a wonderful match for Arsenal. Arsenal, what a wonderful win! From Arteta, what a meaningful response. From those players, what unity, what joy. From Saka, what poise in the moment that mattered most. So in 2024, it's the North London derby in black and white. The streets of North London, Highbury and Holloway, Haringey and Hackney, N5, N17 and all over the world, not a neutral in the house. Declan Rice sending off. There's Dominic Solanke. And Son! And Kulusevski was arriving at a fair rate and Raya had to react.
Well, Solanke's starting really well.
Jorginho, Trossard, Martinelli in behind Porro. It's Gabriel Martinelli! And Vicario held on. Son. Flicked up by Maddison. Solanke was arching.
Oh, he's relieved.
In by Saka. Gabriel! For Arsenal at Spurs! A monster leap on a monster day in North London.
I think we all knew it.
The end. It's Arsenal. It is Arsenal at Spurs again. Arteta 3 wins in a row on Tottenham turf. A tough one for Ange to swallow. A match of one major moment. The moment when Gabriel soared and forcefully, majestically, muscularly headed the only goal. The day in North London on which history and nostalgia collide thrillingly with the here and now, as Arsenal and Manchester United, whose fabled rivalry for so many lit the very fire in the belly of the Premier League, revisit their passionate past. Didn't get through either, and here is Rashford. Marcus Rashford has rifled it in! That is a smashing goal for Manchester United. Boy, that was fierce. Odegaard. Whipped in for Nketiah! In a flash, the Gunners shoot back. This is one defiant bunch. Saka. Bukayo Saka! Oh! That is a diamond of a goal! How that boy glitters! Now that, Lee, that is special.
It is.
Floated in by Ericsson, Ramsdale through the crowd. 2-2! Lisandro Martinez has flung his frame at it and propelled it beyond Ramsdale into the top corner. Arte just about got through to Trossard, outside of whom is Zinchenko. Odegaard, it's in! Little touch on the line from Nketiah. And right at the death, the leaders have snatched it. Lieber. You wonder, truly you wonder, just how much that means. This could be defining. Boy, that matters. How much one little touch from Eddie Nketiah mattered. David, thank you, and uproarious welcome for the principal pretenders. It is a fevered, fast, darkening evening. The clocks are back, and Arsenal and Liverpool spearhead the challenge to the champions into the long winter months. White's ball is a beauty, and Saka's onto it. He checks away from Robertson. Lashes Arsenal in front. Bukayo Saka makes his mark again at once. What a ball from White. That's making mischief on the line. Alexander-Arnold with the corner. It got its flick, it got its touch from Virgil van Dijk, right on the line, and Liverpool are level. A captain's goal apiece. And Rice flings it in, and Arsenal have their lead. Mikel tiptoed round the back. Brought away by Soboslai. Alexander-Arnold, that's beautifully weighted. That's Nunez, and that's Salah, and that is 2-2.
Oh, his passing was wayward, but not anymore.
And so they share it. And given the context, and given the circumstances, and for him, given the complicated factors, perhaps that is a draw over which they will be glad to shake hands. Mutual satisfaction, if not quite complete. The conversation goes on, the debate goes on, the row goes on, the story goes on. Arsenal 2, Liverpool 2. And so October dawns in London town, and the capital is stirred by its grandest game. And this time, grand it truly is. They cannot live together, they cannot live apart. Arsenal and Tottenham, eternally tumultuous. And so, amid this maelstrom of mutual antipathy, Arsenal and Tottenham, eyeball to eyeball again. Saka, problem now for Perisic. White. Partey! A peach of a hit from Thomas Partey on Derby Day! The Gunners hit bullseye first up. Kane in his zone. Another in the Harry Kane Derby collection. Just one more ice-cool penalty from the master. In a fixture he embraces like no other. Gabriel's head is down. Tottenham's collective head is raised. Their heart is raised. Their voices are raised. It's one each. We're back where we started. So for Saka. Perisic in reverse. Bukayo Saka beaten out by Lloris and touched in by Jesus. Arsenal in front again. Lloris a lonely figure. Jesus engulfed. Partey. Martinelli. And Granit Xhaka. Gunners euphoria. They have their foot on the Tottenham throat. Arsenal for the top of the Premier League tonight. They are indeed top of the league. A golden Gunners day for Arsenal folk everywhere. Simply heavenly. It's happening. It is happening for Mikel Arteta.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me. Hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight.